Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. In today's Pick a Card reading, we are getting messages from your higher self. We're also going to be doing extended readings for each of the groups, which you can find on the members side of the channel. I will talk more about that at the end of each reading. So we've got 3 groups to choose from as usual today: Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. Timestamps and or using the chapters below to jump ahead to your chosen reading will bring you to the messages from your higher self. But if you feel called to more than one group or you can't decide or choose, feel free to just watch the readings and see what comes through, or skip around and see what resonates with you. All right, guys, we'll see you in your readings. All right, hi, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Muse Tarot. So let's find out what messages your higher self wants to bring you today. I'm feeling guided just to give your deck a quick shuffle. What messages would you like to bring through for the members of group number 1, Spirit, from their higher selves? What messages do they need to know? There's something about flowers or plants. I'm getting a message about flowers or plants. This could be about blooming, could be about a particular season, possibly spring. Yeah, it feels like spring. Okay. Let's see. What is this message that you would like to bring through for group number 1? Okay, we have the 5 of materials in reverse. Financial gain. Yeah, financial gain. And the Hanged Muse. This could be coming after a period of things feeling stuck. I was feeling that when I was shuffling the cards. After I said spring, it's like they wouldn't go together, and I was feeling this energy of like stuckness or something being a little bit more difficult, or where there was resistance. So it feels like either this past spring, you were kind of stuck in like a limbo, or you weren't seeing the full growth going on. But this could also be referring to next spring. There could be a release of some kind of, I don't know what the release is, but it feels like a release. Perhaps it's just the release of the resistance, and then you start to see the byproduct of the growth. Yeah. Okay, we have the Devil card. This is the resistance. I was getting it, but I didn't know where it was coming from. They're showing me clairvoyantly a frost coming and killing the plants. And in ancient times, this would be seen as an act of God, or even an act of the devil. Like if you didn't provide the right sacrifice, or if you didn't abide by the rules of that unforeseen force, then something would come, and it would be, instead of just being tossed up to bad luck, it would be punishment of some kind. So there's something, I don't know why this is coming up. Maybe it's something past life related. It feels like there was resistance, and maybe even fear that you'd done something wrong because what you were trying to do wasn't working, or the growth that you were attempting to see wasn't actually blooming or blossoming. The Hierophant. Whoa. And that card stuck to the bottom of it. Let's find out what that is. The Sun. The Hierophant here feels like doing it the right way. I'm hearing the word methodically. Being methodical about it. But the Sun card is what helps you to see this growth. I'm hearing healing. Healing of the financial sector. Healing of the financial realm. So your higher self wants to talk to you about your financial situation, group number 1. And I think the reason for that is because it's directly connected to some kind of a past life karmic wound, or an imprint, or something that needed to be seen, healed, understood, so that you could move on and start to see some growth financially, or start to see some healing. Yeah. I'm seeing the color yellow being significant here as well. So this is like it is reminding me of the solar plexus chakra, which is very methodical, control, your personal power, how you function within that personal power. They're saying something about utilizing growth. Okay, how you utilize growth. And they're showing me somebody tilling fields. Tilling the fields. Okay. So it's like putting in the work. Solar plexus does have to do with physical work and exertion, and doing it in a structured, controlled manner that will produce some kind of physical result. So there was something that you were doing, putting in the work. I'm hearing your higher self wants you to be aware that you have been putting in the work, even though there's been resistance, or even though there hasn't been a result yet. They're saying something about a holding pattern. You may have felt like you were in a holding pattern since the spring. Possibly Taurus season, May could be significant. And we have the Ace of Emotions. They're showing me a watering can. Yeah, there's a lot here to do with nurturing growth of something. Yeah, they are saying financial sector. Okay, so confirmation that we're talking about the financial situation that you've been in. You've been working hard, and Spirit, your higher self specifically, wants you to be in awareness that they see that. It's almost like they want to acknowledge it to you so that you don't necessarily feel like you're doing something wrong, because you're not doing anything wrong. The Fool card. And there is a new beginning coming here, and they are telling me spring. So this coming spring is probably going to be, they're giving me the word herald. Okay, so a herald of a new time or a new era. There could be, this reading could be the herald of new growth that's coming or happening in the spring. Something about Capricorn. I just heard Capricorn. And the wheel of fortune. I feel like your luck is going to shift. If you had some kind of a block, or you had, it just feels like it wasn't moving, or things were not growing, or you were putting in all this work, but then you weren't seeing the results of it. That's going to change in the spring. It's like the cycle shifts. There was karma involved here, but it was not a punishment. Karma is just cause and effect. It's just energy that has kind of built up inertia, and that momentum kind of keeps it going until we can, I should say, bring awareness to it and start to change the pattern. So let me ask your higher self here, group 1, what did you do, or what are you doing, or what can you do, depending on where you're at in this cycle, to change this pattern? 9 of Voices. I'm actually hearing sleep easy, but the 9 of Swords can be about restlessness and not being able to sleep easily, actually, because it's stress and worry, especially that comes about at night. You know, when you're busy throughout the day, it's easy to kind of get distracted or distract yourself or pretend everything's okay, but then it's harder when it's at night and you're alone and you start to overthink things. And something about thinking things through, they just said, thinking things through, resting easy. But you may have had like fears or anxieties or stress really start to crop up at night. So in regard to what you're doing differently, it's like you're bringing this to the light of day, maybe dealing with it in the daytime or putting in the work to solve the problem. So let's say, for example, you had some debt and it was just kind of like hanging over your head at night. Well, then what you're doing differently here to shed the karma, I think I used shed there for a reason. Interesting, almost like a garden shed. Anyways, what you're doing to shed the karma is to start working on it, to change the circumstances. So this could be like chipping away at debt or setting up a methodical plan or some kind of a structure that helps you to deal with it in a very hands-on, practical way. So it is a very sort of physically based solution that needs to happen here, or that is happening. You've got the 2 of Inspiration, 2 of Wands, and this puts you on a different path. It gives you a different perspective, and it puts you onto a different path because you're no longer participating in the same way that you were, or you're not contributing your energy in, they're showing me like something about divesting, like you're divesting your energy from the karma, no longer seeing that produce negative results, or maybe you're divesting your energy away from No, or you were divesting your energy in a way that wasn't actually as efficient. Something about efficiency. 10 of emotions. It's cool that we're starting with the Ace of Emotions, Ace of Cups, and then we're ending with the 10 of Emotions, 10 of Cups here. So it feels to me, your higher self is saying, look, group number one, you have a lot of really good things that are coming, and they keep saying springtime. So keep your eyes peeled on what's going on in the spring. Underneath of that, I just saw this kind of poking out. The Empress card is here too. And that's May. It's Taurus again. So it feels like something in May is going to be significant. So I'm hearing making headway, making some kind of headway, making progress. They're showing me an owl. This feels like wisdom that you've gained, taking flight. Yeah, something's going to move where it wasn't moving before, because they're showing me an owl in a cage versus an owl flying free. So you may have felt quite restricted before, like things were out of your control or it wasn't in your power to change your circumstances. But by seeing something differently and choosing a different path, or choosing to approach it a little bit more methodically, maybe taking control of what you can control and then letting go of what you can't, there's a shift in this pattern. Yeah, it's very much contingent on your personal power. Ultimately, this karmic cycle is leading you into a lot of new opportunities, or there could be something emotionally that's very stabilizing and fulfilling for you that helps to facilitate this growth, or possibly it's a result of the growth, or it could come along with it. They're saying something about seasons again. So there was a season for this. You were in the proverbial winter for quite some time, and all the seasons must change. Growth and cycles will naturally evolve, and you with them. So it was just a matter of time here, group number one. Your higher self wants you to know that. And they see, the higher self is you in the future, having completed everything, all the lifetimes, and looking back to go and help these different aspects of you in different points in your incarnational cycles and your growth. So your higher self sees all of the things that you've been through and all of the cycles, and they see the overarching, like the bigger picture of what's been going on here. They keep showing me different birds, blue jays, stellar jays, robins, the owl. So all of those could be significant to you, or birds, avian consciousness, something about a bird's eye view for sure. Oh, they're showing me birds pecking at the field too. Like when you plant seeds, birds come and eat them. So you had to bury your seeds deep, which may have made it take longer for you to see growth, because it's like the roots had to go deeper. The plant had to push up higher through the soil. There's something, this is all metaphorical, but there's something about that was frustrating for you. That's what it feels like. Frustrating, anxiety provoking. That was where the resistance was coming from. And a lot of it was fear of not having enough, fear of having done something wrong, or feeling out of control and not knowing how to fix or solve the problem or what to do. I'm hearing fear that you would never get out of this, that this would be the way that it would always be. But no, it's not meant to be like that. They keep showing me the seasons changing. The seasons will inevitably change. And in this case for you, you're going from winter into spring. Maybe literally, but definitely metaphorically, because there's new growth that's coming from this. Okay. Your higher self wants you to know that they've been with you through this whole process, that they've been guiding you, whether you've felt them, seen them, or not. They're showing me a backpack, so it's like they've been with you on your back the whole time. This is reminding me of Dora the Explorer now, and she has her backpack that has the map in it and the things that she needs. So it's like the higher self is this backpack that goes with you everywhere you go. And it's always whispering guidance to help you find your path. But there were times where you couldn't hear the still small voice of your higher self because of the fear, the resistance, the karma, the old pattern of anxiety and lack, and the fear that that would continue time and time again, no matter what you do. That was what was creating a little bit of a block. And I'm also hearing standstill. So in both ways, I think that the standstill was where that, it created some resistance there. But I think the standstill was also an opportunity for you to hear, because when you stand still, there's nothing else distracting you. And even though that may be the times when the anxiety was the loudest, you could at least face it, I guess, and then start to see through it into the deeper parts of the self to understand what was actually going on here. And you wouldn't have been drawn to this reading or chosen this group if you hadn't already started to shift this, or started to bring awareness to this pattern, or started to deal with it even physically in your third dimensional reality, like looking at, what do I need to do? Do I need to budget? Do I need to do repayment? What do I need to do? Do I need to call about interest rates? Do I need to start saving? Do I need to invest? Do I need to work with money energetically in a different way? Do I need to understand the manifestation side of things, or the alignment side of things, like getting into alignment with your higher self and being able to use that to manifest good luck and therefore financial increase? So there's so many different sides to this that I'm seeing for you, group number one. And the way that I'm seeing it, or the way that I'm feeling it, I should say, is that your higher self wants you to know that you've progressed quite a lot since you first started this pattern. And by the spring, I do fully think that the spring is literal and figurative in this case. But by the spring, you are going to see profits, because that's actually the word I just heard. I was going to say growth. They said profits. You're going to see profits from whatever you have invested in, or whatever kind of work you've been doing leading up until this point, even if it has just been having patience or looking at the internal side of things. But even more so if you've been doing the physical work as well. They're saying labor, and they're showing me tilling the fields again. So like, you've been working. I can see that. You've been putting in some effort here. You have not been shirking your responsibilities. And I'm seeing that in the spring, there's going to be more opportunity for play. There's going to be more room, wiggle room. They're saying something about wiggle room. So it's like more to do, I guess. It's like more you can do with, and a lot less stress, a lot more contentment. They're showing me somebody riding off on horseback into the sunset. It's like the end of a movie. There's going to be some kind of a sense of finalization, or a sense of closure over what that old pattern held for you, and a knowing, not just the sense of temporary security of having a little bit more, but the higher knowing that everything that came before is not going to repeat anymore, because you finally mastered the lesson, or you finally understood what this was teaching you, and how this was causing you to value your own work and your own investments of time and energy. That's what I just heard. So this was what it was really teaching you, is to value and to set boundaries around mental, emotional, physical labor, whatever that looked like for you. And to have patience with the process, to trust the cycles, and to surrender to the natural evolution of what this was unfolding into. All right, so group number one, looks like if you've been having any financial resistance, constraints, or karma, that this is going to be resolved fairly quickly. I mean, the spring is still a few months away, but in the grand scheme of things, big picture, again, bird's eye view, it's actually not that long, especially when we're looking at it from the higher self perspective, outside of time. If you would like to go deeper, we are going to get additional messages on the members side of the channel, and we'll be going into charms, some additional written channeled messages, and also letters too. So lots of fun things there. If you would like to join us, you can find the link to that video in the description box below, and it should prompt you if you'd like to become a member. To access the additional readings, it is the Soul Tribe tier. We also have a Soul Family tier, which gets you access to the additional readings and the monthly live streams with me. October is a good month to join if you want to become a Soul Family member, because we're actually going to be doing 2 live streams this month to make up for last month because I was moving and September was just crazy with the eclipse portal. I got repositioned and Spirit did warn me that was going to happen, but I just didn't know it was going to be so fast and intense. So if you're interested, check that out. It's in the description box below. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes up, any additional messages there. Much love and gratitude, guys, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose this oracle deck. I don't remember what it's called, but it was sent in by a very generous subscriber and donor. So I want to say thank you. You know who you are. And first message from your higher self is air. I'm hearing air travel. Okay. Something about air travel could be significant. Reverie. It's like, you know, the cow jumped over the moon, but it's a deer jumping through the clouds. So there's something about air travel. Flying through the sky. I'm hearing that. Flying through the sky. Your higher self wants you to know you're going to be flying high or something. Desolate. Going from a desolate land. Flying to a new one. They are showing me... No, they're showing me somebody getting off a plane kind of looks like Arizona to me. This could be quite specific for somebody in this group. Light. I'm hearing travel light or pack light. I'm also hearing light lunch. Okay. Interesting messages coming through from your higher self, group number 2. It feels like there's something shifting or changing in your life and you're moving in a new direction. Possibly as a result of more light embodiment. Yes. The tree remembers. Ooh, the tree remembers. Now look at that. You've got this desolate tree and then this one that's full of life and surrounded in love. All alone. Barren to community. I'm seeing community, connections, a lush environment. Okay. So this could be part of the shift and your higher self wants you to know. They're saying it's coming. So this does feel like future energy. Traveling to a particular location. I did just hear Sedona and I was seeing something about Arizona here. Sedona, Arizona could be significant for some of you. Or for someone. It could even just be for one person. Inner Garden 222 as I held up the card. The inner garden. Wow. Trove. Oh my gosh. Group number 2. You are seriously tapping into some mega powerful information. Light is coding of information within you. And it's like they're showing me like this old dry lake bed, like in this picture here, filling with water. And it's like all of a sudden you break ground on something, or you hit jackpot, or they're saying pay dirt. Something about, okay. Crossroads. Ooh. Crossroads. Okay, so you may experience a crossroads, something that presents to you in the months to come, because this is feeling like we're talking about a couple of months from now, just energetically. That's what I'm tuning into or picking up on. 333, as I said that. So confirmation, and you're getting a lot of number synchronicities, group number 2, because I didn't mention any of those in group 1. So there's a crossroads coming up that your higher self wants you to know about, because it's going to lead you down a path that unlocks, I'm hearing, okay, excuse my French, but a shit ton. That's what your higher self just said. A shit ton of very valuable information from within you. And it may be through travel. It may be unlocked through travel. It could be unlocked through a very destined or fated meeting that you have while you're traveling or with someone who does travel. There's something very significant about Sedona. And Sedona is like a major energy portal, and it's so magical. I've never been, but I connect to the energy of it just remotely, and it's really powerful. So there's something about this and memories stored within your DNA that are unlocked. The tree remembers, something was dormant here for a while, but it may have existed in your subconscious or in your astral realm self. Your light body holds the codes, I'm hearing. And they're showing me the trove that this crow has. It's like the intelligence is being unlocked from within, and you're accessing these resources that you didn't see before. Something's being washed away, but also replenished at the same time is what they're showing me. They showed me that dry lake bed again, filled with water. And as the water rushes away, the land is renewed. Everything becomes lush and green, like an oasis. And then as the water drains out, there's like treasure chests all over the ground. That's the visual that they're giving me. So something fills up and then drains out, and everything is replenished and renewed. And what's left behind is all of this value. So water can talk about emotions, like maybe there's some kind of an emotional rise. I'm hearing something about sea level rise. I don't know. It's like it goes way up, and then once things settle down again, you feel way more at ease. Or no, that's not quite it. Hold on. Let me just feel this for a second. It feels like you feel more sure of yourself, or you feel more sure of what's been going on. You know where you are and what you're doing, I'm hearing. You have the answers, you have the keys, the codes are unlocked, you have the information, it all makes sense. Something that was confusing you, or something that was a little bit I like ambiguous, or okay, I did just hear the word conspirational. Conspiracies. Maybe it was confusing because you didn't have the answers, you didn't know the truth. It was like it could be this or it could be that. I don't know for sure. Could have even felt like an old wives' tale, or something like these beliefs maybe that you had, or that are being unlocked, that you weren't sure. It all felt too grandiose, I'm hearing. And something about that flood is reminding me of like Noah's Ark. It's like, did it really happen? Was it something like, was it just a story? There's something about you getting to the nitty gritty of something, finding the truth. And that's the value. Or it unlocks value for you. No, it is the value, but it also unlocks, it's both, they're saying, okay. So your higher self is like, look, group number 2, you're about to come up on some pretty big relevant information. And it could prove something real that you doubted, or that maybe even a lot of people doubt. I don't know why I'm getting this message of like, you're going to find some information about something that proves a conspiracy, right? Or something. I don't know what the heck, but this is what they're showing me. Or maybe it just proves something to you, and that's enough. Either way, you're going to be in awe. Like, that's the sense I get, is that you're going to be in awe of how relevant, I'm hearing the word relevant, it all becomes, or how much it makes sense. And they're showing me something clicking together, like two pieces that just click, and oh wow, and now it's all unlocked and you can see what was going on here. I keep hearing it all makes sense, and they're showing me somebody jumping up and down with their eyes really wide, like, oh my God, it makes sense. I get it. I understand. I see it now. It's like something that eluded you for so long and frustrated you. I'm feeling this energy of like, I've been searching. I've been trying to understand. I've been doing this and doing that, and none of it makes sense. And it just clicks. Yeah, it's revealed. There's some kind of a revelation. I'm not religious, but they did mention Noah's Ark, or it was associated to that image they were showing me. And I did just hear Revelations, Book of Revelations. I think that is something in the Bible. So it could be something, they're saying coded. There's something about light coded information, and it's everywhere. And it's kind of like you've been piecing these clues together. This is a very abstract sort of reading, but these are like my favorite kind when, it's fun to look at the tangible stuff of life, but I really enjoy personally diving into the unknown, the mysteries, and the esoteric sides of things. That's my personal preference. So I'm seeing you could be like this too. Even the fact that I'm mentioning that group number 2, you could be like this as well. Like, you really enjoy the mysteries of life. You're highly intelligent. I can see that. You have a lot of knowledge stored within you. It's in your cells. It's in your DNA. It's in your light body. You have come down many roads, is what they're showing me. It's like you've lived many lives, or you've experienced many things. A very well-traveled soul, I want to say, And this could literally translate to you being a world traveler, or somebody who likes to travel a lot, or you may feel called to in this next season of your life. They're showing me flight again. So like airplanes are significant. And symbolically, it can represent shifting or raising your consciousness as well, seeing things from a higher perspective. But at the soul level, your higher self is showing me that, they're showing me you, like them as the higher self. It's like you're very experienced. Some people would call this an old soul. I call it a well-traveled soul, an experienced soul, because it's not really about age. It's more about the level of wisdom that you've gained and integrated and embodied through the experience and experiences that you've had. To varying degrees, they just said, to varying degrees. And they're showing me degrees Celsius versus Fahrenheit. So you may be going to different countries that have different ways of, like, metric versus imperial. Is that what it is? I can't remember. We use both here in Canada. We use Celsius for temperature, but I definitely measure things in inches. Anyway. Side note, but there's something about like differences by location, and they're saying something about culture shock. Okay, so for some of you, I'm so fascinated by this. Like, where are you guys from? If you feel comfortable sharing, put that in the comments. Where are you from? Group 2. I'm from Canada. Where are you from? And where have you been? Oh my God, it's coming up again. My God. Okay, so the Cotton Eye Joe song has been coming up randomly in so many of the readings lately. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? It's so silly, but it's a message from your higher self. And so if you've been having that song show up, or if you start to see it playing around you or referenced, there's a reason for it. It's like, where did you come from? You're finding out your origins. You're finding out where you came from, this knowledge, this treasure trove that lives within you that has been dormant in some way. And then that helps you to find where you're going, because if you know where you've been, you know where you need to go. This is how it clicks. They're showing me the clicking, the two things clicking together. The past and the present come together, or it clicks. You're able to make your way forward. Your higher self said fear-mongering is the thing of the past, and they're showing me something about conspiracies again. So maybe it's like conspiracies that were born out of fear. They're saying replaced by faith. And faith on my channel is non-denominational. I mean that, and I think the higher self means that, as well as like your own personal beliefs, whatever those happen to be. I'm seeing the sign of Sagittarius, which is also about traveling, beliefs. Yes, Sagittarius, air travel. It's a fire sign, but it does rule exploring, Jupiterian knowledge, philosophy, growth through experience, not necessarily just through books or, what you can learn through acquiring information from others. It's actually like learning through your own experience of things. So that's why Sagittarius tends to be very explorative, because as an energy, and not necessarily people themselves, although yes, that too, but as an energy, an archetype, Sagittarius seeks to learn. It seeks to know. It seeks to understand, and a lot of the time to embody too. So I'm seeing you choosing whatever path you want here, group number 2. Like, there's no wrong answer. It just feels like you're figuring out I'm hearing who you are. You're figuring out who you are and where you belong, which I feel like is everywhere. Because you come from and belong, it's like you belong to the world or you belong to the universe. You're not just one thing. I'm hearing something about Minnesota. What? You're not just, Joe Schmo from Minnesota or, Mary Jane from Minnesota. Like you're everything from everywhere and you belong wherever you want to be. They're saying something about a herald and they're showing me a bard, which is like somebody who would travel around and play songs, and they would acquire these different songs, make up songs and sing them as they would travel. So it's like maybe you resonate with the archetype of the bard, or you're integrating something about that. It feels really enjoyable. It feels fun. I'm hearing fancy free. Okay. Fancy free. It's giving me fool energy, like the fool card in the tarot, which is the world traveler. It is willing to take that leap of faith and to be spontaneous and to try new things and to explore. And they did say travel light. They're bringing me back to that. They're showing me in the Fool card how in the traditional Rider-Waite, he carries only like that little stick and bag over his shoulder. So he doesn't take much with him because everything he needs is within, I just heard. So your spirit has everything you need. All the resources you need are within you. It's a huge, huge treasure trove inside you. Now they're showing me Noah's Ark, and it's 2x2, taking things with you 2x2, something about pairs, matching, things clicking together, masculine and feminine, polarity, something about that. The inner garden reminds me of, like Adam and Eve. Now I'm seeing the Lovers card in the tarot. We're using Oracle, but the tarot is making its way into your reading group too. And that is depicting Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. I'm hearing traveling back in time. And they're showing me a time machine. Ooh. From the past comes the wisdom of the future. And they're saying Nostradamus, something about, he had, like, there was conspiracies connected to his predictions too. This is so interesting, group number 2. Who are you? Where did you come from? Where did you go? There's like, what is this? They're showing me planes again. Didn't Nostradamus predict the Twin Towers? Or that's one way that it could have been interpreted. There's something about you getting confirmation on something. They're giving me the word confirmation. You're getting confirmation on something that was ambiguous. I'm hearing ulterior motives revealed. Clues bring clarity. And I'm hearing peace of mind. And they're showing me peace of mind, P-E-A-C-E, but also peace of mind, like a piece of something. You're getting a piece of mind, and it's helping things to click. They're showing me a light bulb over the head, which is like a bright idea. I'm hearing revolutionary. You might be getting a revolutionary idea. Your higher self is going to be bringing this to you because your higher self is you in the future, having done and been everything that you could be, and then coming full circle, helping you to become that. So you're getting a download from your higher self. They're saying new direction, and they're showing me the crossroads again. So you're going to get a new direction that it's like a bright idea of, I should travel here. Listen to that. Or maybe you have a realization about something and it spurs you into research. They're showing me somebody in like a montage in a library, but like a big old library. It reminds me of like a university, or the Library of Alexandria could be significant. It's like you're studying, you're finding the answers. I'm hearing getting down to business. You're getting the business. You're learning, or you're understanding things to a whole nother level. One that you never dreamed existed, I'm hearing. And they are saying awestruck, like you're going to be, I'm hearing pleasantly surprised. Okay, you're going to be pleasantly surprised by what you find or what you learn or what you experience and how that integrates. Okay, that's what they wanted to bring through for you, group number 2. We're going to dive deeper, a lot deeper in the extended reading, which you can find linked in the description box below on the members side of the channel here. We're going to be looking at charms, some additional messages from some channeled written things, and also letters as well. So if you want to join us there, you can check that out. Link is below, and Soul Tribe membership will get you access to that reading and all of the additional Soul Tribe readings on that side of the channel. If you want to become a Soul Family member, you'll get the Soul Tribe memberships pluses or like benefits, as well as the monthly live streams. And I'm doing 2 in October because I moved in September and things got a little hectic. But we're settled now into our new location and ready to go. So if you guys want to join, I hope to see you there. If not, thank you so much for being here on the channel today. I hope these messages brought you some of this insight, clarity, and epiphany of whatever your higher self wanted you to know right now. I'm sending you guys so much love and gratitude, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right, hi group number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose, I don't know why I was so definitive with that. You guys chose the Heavenly Body astrology deck. So we're going to find out what messages your higher self wants to bring through for you at this time. I do feel that card and that one as well. So for group number 3, what does their higher self wish to, I'm hearing show them. Okay, so I was going to say tell them something about showing you. They want to show you something, or they will be showing you something, not just in this reading. I feel like it's going to be coming after this. Okay, that's it. Let's see. Start from the bottom for some reason. Cancer, nurture, comfort, and protection. Cancer season or a Cancer person. Let's see. House 12, 12th house. Spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. The South Node, destined to released. Released, past tense. Interesting, because this is past energy, the South Node. So I was going to say that, and I didn't mean to say released. So you've released something. Yeah, they're saying past tense. Were you tense in the past? So yeah, the 12th house can be about the past as well, past lives even. So you've released something here. Your higher self wants you to be aware that you've healed it. I'm hearing bringing forth something, something's being brought forth. We've got yin energy, intuitive or intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Okay, divine feminine. Wow, what is this message? Group number 3. Fixed sign stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. And then lastly, you've got water, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. So water sign energy is coming up heavily here. Okay, so group number 3. Feels like your higher self is bringing something up from the past that they want to talk about, something emotional, possibly connected to your mother or your, okay, they're showing me past lives. Many, 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 many past lives. Wow. There's something stabilizing here in this lifetime from these different past lives, and you're integrating this knowledge, or you're integrating this healing. It's not even knowledge, it's healing. It's like very visceral. The way that I'm feeling it, it's like it's very in the body. Emotional healing. Deep, deep, deep subconscious emotional healing that is coming together, or you're coming back together with someone else from past lives to do this kind of healing work. They said stranger in a new hat, or a stranger in a different hat. What do you mean? Okay, they said same person, different place. Right. Okay, so you could be meeting somebody that you've met before in a past life. I mean, this happens all the time, but there's something significant about this person, and it is a past life connection that they're bringing up here. It could be somebody who was a mother to you in a past life, and maybe they come in this lifetime as a friend or even as a partner. Sometimes, we change roles. We change genders, we change roles from lifetime to lifetime. It's, the character we play is just that, a character. We're the actor, and who we choose to be in each lifetime varies depending on what our soul wants to learn. And your higher self is bringing this to your awareness. There's something about the past, though, that they're wanting you to, they're showing me somebody unzipping something. So it's like you're unzipping or looking into like the pocket of the past to find something that maybe was hidden away or lost in the past. You're retrieving it, you're finding it. It never really went away. It was always with you. Maybe it was this person. Maybe it was this lesson or this pattern. Yeah, they're saying healing again. So there's a lot here to do with healing. The mother, Cancer and yin and even water energy reminds me of the mother energy. Yeah, I was mentioning that, I think. Yeah, so okay. Group number 3. Your higher self wants to talk to you about this spiritual healing that you're doing, and it is past life karma related. But it doesn't feel like negative karma in the way that some other energy would. It feels more like this is a pattern, and a pattern that you've been working on healing for many lifetimes. 12, I'm seeing 12th house. Yeah, but it could have even been for 12 lifetimes. For some of you anyway. 22, I'm also seeing the number 22. And the healing of this, the healing work that you've been doing through, I'm hearing millennia, okay? Something about millennia or the millennium, millennial, for a millennium. It's like 1,000 years. It's a long time. Energetically, it's all present in the current moment. It's all accessible from within you. It's stored in your emotional body. They're saying, or they're showing me that. The other thing that I'm seeing here that your higher self wants to talk about is it's like a deep knowing, a deep intuitive knowing, this feminine power that you have within you that's coming up to be known. And it's through this healing work, it's through nurturing your relationship with yourself that this intuition is coming back online, or it's being accessible, or there's something that's it's much more, I'm hearing open. Okay, you're much more open about it maybe, or your gifts or your skills or this intuition or psychic abilities is becoming much more open. Your sensitivity is much more open, but in a good way, because you've learned to protect yourself, or you learned to heal yourself. Both, they're saying both, okay? Skills from the past. South Node can also talk about skills from the past, things you've learned, things you've mastered. I feel like you've mastered something here, group number 3, and it's becoming more pronounced. You're starting to see that more. You could even be literally seeing clairvoyantly, psychically, much more than you did before, or clairsentiently feeling, intuitively, empathically sensing so much more than you ever did before. And it's because you've done this healing work, and it's been going on for a long time, possibly 12 years too, if it's not 12 lifetimes, although I think it's both. There were catalyst points they're showing me, activation points along your path that helped to reawaken you at certain times for a very specific reason, they're saying. What's the reason? They're saying the frequency shift of the planet. Oh, this is big then. Okay. So yes, it's a personal journey for you. But the energy that you're moving through or you're working with is very universal, very, worldwide. And it does also feel archetypal, meaning that you're working with these archetypes of the divine feminine, of, the psychic, I'm hearing mentor. You are working with the energy of the divine mother, Mother Mary could also be significant here. Mary Magdalene, Christos Sophia. High frequency is what your higher self is showing me. And it's extremely connected. And that's why you may be feeling extra sensitive, or just tuning into so much more than you did before. I don't think it's even like emotional sensitivity, although that could be part of it for sure. It just feels like you can sense so much more than you ever could. It's almost like being able to see something that you didn't see before. It's like how different animals or insects can see different bandwidths or spectrums of light, or they have additional rods and cones that they can see different colors that we can't even imagine. The perceivable matrix is what I just heard. The perceivable matrix. This is a very esoteric, spiritual, high-level reading. 1 and 2 were in some ways as well, but yours feels even more so, group number 3. So if you were drawn to this group, you are a highly spiritual being, and you're here on an ascension journey. On the ascension path is what your higher self said. Ascension path, you're on it. You've been on it many lifetimes, they're saying. So this is not the first one that you've been working towards the ascension of humanity. This is one layer of the cake, is what they're saying. And this also reminds me of like the layers of reality that you can perceive. And when you're on one layer, that's all you can see. But there's multiple layers. When you're in it, you can't see that. It's only from the outside that you can see that. Kind of like we can't see the shape of the Milky Way galaxy because we're in it. Every picture that we have depicting it is a fabrication. It's an extrapolation, probably fairly accurate. We know it's a spiral galaxy based on proximity to other things and the shape of other galaxies that we've seen and whatnot. But ultimately, we don't know what the Milky Way galaxy looks like because we're in it and we haven't gone outside of it yet. So there's something about that. They're showing me a child in the womb. Oh yeah, mother energy again. Very sensitive, very in tune. Cohabiting, something about cohabiting or connecting. The umbilical cord between you and source is strong, is what your higher self just said. And they're showing me it's like you are the child in the womb of the universe. The child doesn't know any difference or separation. It doesn't know the mother yet. And it's reminding me of that, I can't remember where I saw that, but there was something about like the story of how the baby, one baby says to the other baby in the womb, "Do you believe in the mother?" And the other baby goes, "No, I don't believe in the mother." And the first one goes, "But she's all around us. We're in her." And the second baby goes, no, that can't be true. It's like that. You are sensing the mother all around you. You are of the mother, I'm hearing. You are a child of the divine. You are a child of the universe, child of the cosmos, child of God. And you're here for a reason. And I'm starting to get emotional. My Aquarius moon wants to intellectualize all of my emotions, but I can feel that emotion coming up. Pisces energy could also be significant here. Yeah, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, very emotional. Like it rises to the surface. Let it rise, let it fall, I'm hearing. Let it rise, let it fall. Let it come, let it go. Let it ebb, let it flow. Rhyme and reason. Balancing the two. The intuitive, the divine feminine, and the masculine. Because I mentioned, yeah, Aquarius is here too. I mentioned my Aquarius moon, so that's relevant. I'm hearing harmony or harmonizing, bringing balance from within through belief, through connection to the source. And your higher self is, ever present, group number 3. Never far. You are your higher self. I feel like some of you are poets because that's what's channeling through. Like when I'm sitting in your energy and connecting to you and your higher self, I'm getting this very eloquent, very soft, I want to say artistic energy, but I did mention that sort of linear side as well. So you may be somebody who's very intellectual, very intelligent, and yet you are also extremely gifted in I'm hearing healing arts. Oh, okay. I was going to say like just arts in general, but the healing arts. You're gifted in the healing arts. Okay. Past life skills, they're saying. Your higher self wants you to remember these past life skills as a healer. They're giving me the word mentor again. You are a healer, and you're here to teach others or to support others in their own healing. That's the mother archetype, the nurturer, holding space for them, teaching them, watching them grow, helping them thrive. You could be an actual mother. If you're a father, you've got a lot of this divine feminine energy in you. We all have both. Yeah, they keep saying child of God. Child within. So this could also be about nurturing your inner child. Your higher self gives you access to healing of the inner child, past life integration, they're saying. So past, like not even just your inner child from this life. Oh, yeah, your inner child from past lives as well. Layers and layers and layers in the cake, they're saying. But it's all coming together. They're showing me now like an actual layer cake or tiramisu or something. What are those ones with ladies' fingers? Lady, yin. Ladies' fingers. Yeah, you know those ones. I think that's tiramisu, isn't it? It's like a layer masterpiece that you've been making over these lifetimes, group 3. Masterful work. Again, artistic. And yet methodical and very, I want to say intentional, I guess would be the right word. You know, it's like, you know where to put things and how to stack them up. They're showing me Jenga now. Jenga. It's like, you know how to build things, you know how to stack them up in a linear way, but it's like you're going by feel. Now they're showing me a blind person playing Jenga. You have to go by feel. That's very feminine. And that's how you do this psychic work too. It's like you might be able to see some stuff and use the analytical mind to interpret it, but you still have to go a lot by feel. And I can say that as a reader, you know, as a psychic myself. It's not always clear what is coming through, and you have to get a sense of it, or a feeling, or you have to try and interpret something that's quite abstract. And you don't always know how it's going to fit together until later, or until things come together in a particular way. Until the cake is done, I'm hearing. Until the cake is done. And they're saying icing on top. So you know how they say like the cherry on top, or it was like the icing on top. So there's going to be some kind of like a gift is what they're showing me, like a gift that comes in for you. It's given to you, offered to you. The hand here, something about it comes from the hand of the divine. They're showing me the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of, okay. Why not that one? No, just Ace of Pentacles. Okay, they were very clear about that. So this will be a very physical gift. Tangible, they're saying, something tangible, something connected to the divine feminine. Could be a child. They're saying something about innocence. A gift from the hand, they're saying. A gift from, I don't know what that's talking about. They're saying a gift from the hand. And they're just showing me somebody being offered something. They won't show me what's in the hand. It's like it's blurred out almost. Like on TV when they censor something, it's like it's censored. I can't see what's in the hand, but there's a hand offering something, and it will be revealed. They're saying it will be revealed. So I'm not supposed to reveal it. They won't reveal it to me, but it will be revealed to you. Purple and blue, I just heard. Purple and blue. That could mean in many different things, but the first thing my mind goes to is the throat chakra and the third eye, or the crown. Yeah, so the upper chakras, definitely. And these are where we channel a lot of these psychic abilities through, especially the third eye, obviously. And so I feel like you are being given, this could be what you're being handed, the gift to see something you didn't see before, because you're activating these higher chakras and stepping into more of your divine gift or your divine expression. Yeah. Wow. Group 3. Powerful. You're a seer. Okay. If you guys you're drawn to group 3, no doubt in my mind that you are a seer. You're meant to be one. You are one, or you will be one. Something about a child, they keep saying. Maybe if you have children, they have the gift of sight as well, or they're very sensitive and intuitive. I just got shivers when I said that. So for somebody, that's true. Or it will be, or they will be. I'm hearing great and profound. Great and profound. And I'm hearing they will do great things through you. If you don't have children and you don't plan on having any, this could just be your inner child shining through you and doing great things through you, because they were showing me the integration of these layers of the inner child, inner children that live within you, parts of you that you can access. And they keep saying healing work and healing modality, I just heard as well. So there could be a healing modality that you're drawn to. Could be psychic healing, energy healing, quantum healing of some kind, or physical healing. Emotional healing, even. All of the above. Okay, they said all of the above. To reawaken these parts of yourself is what they're saying. Or maybe you've been doing that already. Parts work, parts pieces, something about togetherness, bringing together the parts and the pieces, doing healing work with yourself, fixing, nurturing, repairing the wounds, they're saying. Cracks in the shell is what they just showed me. Cracks in the shell of the crab, of the hermit. I didn't mean to say hermit. The hermit or hermit crab, but I was seeing like an actual, like a crab. You know the ones, like cancer. Something of a crack is being repaired. An emotional wound from the past is being repaired. And they're showing me it glowing. It's reminding me, I think it was a quote by Rumi. The cracks are where the light gets in. And I'm hearing you don't need to be fixed. You are perfect. And there's perfection in imperfection as well. I heard a quote, I think what was I watching? It was The Big Bang Theory. I was watching the show The Big Bang Theory today at lunch. And Sheldon said, Sheldon, the shell. Wow, okay. Anyway, Sheldon said, sometimes perfection hinders efficiency. Oh my God, no, that wasn't even in the Big Bang Theory. That was in Star Trek. But obviously I was meant to say Sheldon, and Sheldon watches Star Trek. So there's all these connections here. There's like layers to this, But it was Star Trek, and I think it was Spock who said that, or one of the Vulcans, which is very much logical mind. It reminds me of Aquarius. It is illogical, it needs to be efficient. So there's something here about imperfection and efficiency, and understanding that is part of the healing, is what your higher self is saying. Understanding that is part of the healing. And we'll leave it there. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, higher self or selves of group number 3. We appreciate you bringing through these messages and this healing today for the greatest and highest good of those who are drawn here. All right, guys, I will leave it there. We are going to go into the extended now for group number 3 on the members side of the channel. If you'd like to access the extended and all of the other members readings, you can do so with the link in the description to the video. It should prompt you if you want to become a member. We're going to be getting charms, letters, and some additional channeled messages for you from your higher self. And if not, thank you so much for being here on the channel with me today. I hope this reading was helpful in some way, and I'm sending you so many blessings of love, light, beauty, healing, divine feminine energy, the perfection in the imperfection. It's just beautiful. So much love, guys, and gratitude. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye.